U.S. history is Mr. Poff here. I just want to go over some of the independent study stuff that I am assigning you guys. I know it's a lot, and I don't want you guys to be overwhelmed. So, first up, we have test updates for 2020. This test is going to be online only, so you guys are going to get to log in on your computers, cell phones, whatever, and you take the test online at home. They are going to use plagiarism detection, and they're going to use some other cheating software, they call it, so we'll see what that looks like, but they do not want you to cheat. I've heard rumors that they might allow open notes, so I highly recommend you guys are doing the unit reviews, because if you can use those as notes, that would be excellent. Now, this test is 45 minutes long, which is pretty quick. If you remember, the 2 SAQs you guys do in class is 40 minutes. So I'm guessing it's going to be 3 SAQs, no multiple choice on this test. If you remember, SAQ is the short answer questions where they say like answer A, B, and C, or we use the ACE method, but it's probably going to be 3 of those SAQs. Luckily, you guys excel at the SAQs, so I think we can all get 5s on this bad boy, and you guys will get your college credit, which is excellent news. Additionally, it's going to cover only units 1 through 7, so that is our like Native American unit all the way up to the end of World War II. Luckily, again, we did all that in class, so you guys should be set on content, but you do need to review to make sure you know the details. Now, how would I break this down for pacing? Week 1, meaning this week, I would do the 2 unit reviews and the 2 SAQ practice tests, and then carry that on until week 4, where you would do the last unit 7 and the SAQ test for unit 7. I will be making some comprehensive SAQ practice tests, meaning it'll cover like 3 questions from random units, so you'll get to practice those for week 4 as well. But before you worry about that, I want to go over what these unit reviews look like and what I want you to do with them, and then I'll go over what the SAQ practice tests look like as well. Where you're going to find this stuff is on Google Classroom. And I made all the due dates match up with this pacing guide, so make sure you're checking those due dates. None of this is graded. I can't legally affect your Aries grade, but I will give you feedback and let you know, especially on those practice tests. I want to let you know if you are on the right track with those. So I'll give you feedback, but it will not affect your grade at all through Aries. But let's take a look at these unit reviews. So I don't know how it looks for you guys, but I know for me, I have posted all the unit reviews, so let's go ahead and take a look at unit 1 over here. And it shared a copy with you, so you get to edit it however you want. Who may have actually worked on it? Let's see. I think Juddy did? Probably not. Let's do low guys over here. Good, and I'm disappointed. But anyway, how these reviews work. I put resources here where you guys can look up any of these links. I highly recommend Khan Academy, and I don't know how you say this guy's names, but these review videos are excellent to help you with these units. Now, as far as what you're filling in here I need the start date and significance of that date, so 1491, and then if you remember, that is the year before Columbus set sail, so year before Columbus set sail, and then you just go ahead and fill this stuff in. Now, if this isn't graded, you just put in whatever is going to help you, okay? But this is how I would do it. Is just a date, and then why it's important, okay? Next, we have politics, political parties, wars, expansion, economy. So what you want to do is just fill in whatever's going on in this time period here as far as politics are concerned, and wars and things like that. Now, this is our Native American unit, right? 1607 is when we get our first British settlement here, so there's not going to be that much for political parties, obviously. But you can still discuss, South America, the Mississippi tribes, all that stuff. African Americans will be known, obviously, so some of these are going to be NAs, but just fill in what you can. And again, if this is open note, you should have this stuff in front of you, right, so that you can help you reference it for the big test. Okay. Second thing down here is we have a summary of this unit. So, what are some big turning points, some kind of big events that happened during that time, and then what are the sub-periods? So if we look at our Unit 7, the big daddy of all units, right, we have, what does it start off with? Shoot, I forget. But I know in that unit we have World War II, World War I, Great Depression, so we have all these sub-periods you could put into your unit. Here we have changes and continuities. So what's changing in this time period, what is staying the same? Again, this is good for your, it says like what's a historical situation, what is a historical development. This can kind of help you out with that. Now, last thing on here is characterization. So you get to name this period, and then how would you characterize it? So, for instance, this one I would name a Native American unit, and I would characterize it as pre-European contact Native American interactions, I guess. So, name it, and then categorize it. Okay. The next thing you guys are going to be doing over here is the SAQ practices. I made this into a Google form, so it's the same format, right? We have the question A, question B, question C, and you guys just type your answer in here, and then you can go to the next part, and each of these is 3 questions, because that's most likely what it's going to be on the real AP test this year. So, again, what I would do is I would go week 1, do 2 units worth of review, and then do those 2 SAQs. I'll give you feedback on those, and you can say, okay, I'm on the right track, or I need to study more, whatever. But I want you guys to practice these SAQs over and over and over again for the next 4 weeks. Alright, if you have any questions, please email me. Thank you guys. I hope you're doing all right. Again, email me with any questions.